I'm visiting this morning with John Black. John, you're the Executive Director for the Beast Foundation here in Cheyenne. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So we're here today to talk about WyoGives, which is an exciting time for the state of Wyoming because it's the first ever 24-hour online day of giving taking place July 15th. I know a lot of nonprofits in Cheyenne are very excited to be a part of that. How are you feeling about WyoGives this year?
I'm excited to have that opportunity to participate in that. You know, for 3 months now, we've essentially been shut down with no income to the foundation. And it's just through the generosity of some of our especially our main donor we've been able to stay afloat through this whole time. So it is a good chance for people to give and get tax write-offs and help nonprofits in the state. I think it's a great idea.
So let's talk a little bit about Beast Foundation. For those who are not familiar with your organization, tell us a little bit about what you do, how you serve your community, and perhaps how long you've been around.
Yeah, we opened in 2017, and BEAST is an acronym that means bringing enrichment and sports together. The owner of the foundation, her husband, was a basketball coach, and when they lived in the Los Angeles area. And he would always tell his kids, the college kids that he coached, you're not going to play in the NBA. That's just not, the chances of that happening are slim to none. So you play ball to have fun, but you need to get an education. He just preached that constantly to the kids he coached. So when she moved to Cheyenne and opened that up, she wanted an athletic facility for basketball, volleyball, and we do indoor soccer. We've done lacrosse practices in there, you name it. We've had some sport, and we've even had boxing matches in there. So that's the sport piece of it, but then we also run a STEM-based enrichment program for kids. And that's where I came in. I've known the family for a long time. And so as a former math and science teacher, this was perfect. So we were living in Arizona, and she called and said, would you come up and run this program? Well, then it went from that to running the whole thing.
Yeah.
When life is somewhat normal, we have an after-school program for kids from 4 to 6. Every day school's open. We have this after-school program. We have two. We have a recreation program, so the kids can just do recreation if they're not interested in STEM activities. But if they are, then we do STEM activities with them, and we study astronomy, meteorology, earth science. We do robotics. We do coding. We do all kinds of things with the kids. We have a lot of work with the UW-NASA consortium. So we do a lot of astronomy stuff with them. They even came over and launched a weather balloon with us last year, which was really a fun thing for the kids to see. And so we do that after school, but they all get a chance to play some, and recreation's a piece of even STEM, because they've been in school all day long. And our STEM program is for 3rd graders through 8th graders. The recreation program, kindergarten through 8th grade. So there are some kids that just aren't interested in STEM, and that's fine. So we have a recreation program, and they spend all their time in recreation. Although oftentimes they walk through what we're doing with STEM, and they all stop and kind of watch like, because we make it very hands-on, very engaging. It's not like school at all. I mean, it just can't look like school. Nobody would show up if it looked like school all the time. So everything we do is activity-based, and because I have no specific curriculum or timeline, we can stop and dwell on something for a couple of days if the kids have interest in it. And the other person that runs it with me is Kelsey, and we rarely answer their questions. They'll come up with a question, and we'll direct them to say, let's find out together. And they have to go look some information up. And then we can have some pretty good discussions. I've got one kid that just cannot handle the fact that Pluto is no longer a planet. So we have a lot, and it's really a lot of fun. The kids have a great time with that. They come back year after year after year. And so obviously we're doing something that's attracting them to the program. So that's what Beast does. In addition to that, then we use the gym for it's a 22,000 square foot facility. So we have pickleball players that come in the morning, 3 days a week at 6 a.m. and play till about 9:30. And then we have, there's a lot of basketball leagues and volleyball leagues in Cheyenne. And so they use our facilities. They rent the facilities out in the evening for their practices. And we have all the basketball nets and volleyball nets come off the ceiling. And so they're all motorized. So we can switch from 4 basketball courts to 4 volleyball courts in a matter of about 2 minutes. And we have adult volleyball leagues, we have adult basketball, we have kid volleyball, kid basketball, and we have indoor soccer. We even had one of the high school football teams come and practice in there one night when it was a blizzard outside. They used our facility for football practice. So we run it out for weddings and receptions and birthday parties, and the facility just gets used a lot. It gets used a lot. So that's what we do.
So John, tell me why your organization has decided to participate in WyoGives.
I think probably like any organization, the owner of it still has to put in quite a bit of her own money to operate. Her mortgage payment on this place is quite large, and there's utilities and staff, and we only have 3 full-time staff, and then everybody else is part-time. And even with it, when we're making really good income, we almost can balance out to where our income matches our outflow. But there's always maintenance that needs to be done, or even though the building's brand new, we still have to pay for a lot of that stuff now. So it's a matter of getting some donors. We have a lot of donors now. We have a lot of like Taco John's sponsors a basketball court for us, so they pay for that. They sponsor the food court for us, and the construction company that built it sponsors a basketball court. So we have a lot of companies that already are, and we put banners up and signs up with their names on them. So we've got quite a few already of people that are willing to donate to Beast. But I think this opportunity, not only could it bring some income in for it, but we're always trying to get the name out there. I can go now around town with a Beast shirt on and people look at me and go, I've heard of that. Or my kids have been there. Whereas when I started, people would look at me like, what is that? And so our name is getting out there, but it can always get out there more.
And now more than ever, especially with the COVID-19 crisis, nonprofits throughout the state need dollars more than ever. So what would you like to say to your donors or potential new donors on why they should give to the Beast Foundation through WyoGives on July 15th?
I think what I would say to them is we are providing a service to Cheyenne that nobody else is providing right now. It's if a basketball team in town wants to find a place to practice, the schools are generally out of luck, or they're out of luck trying to rent courts from the schools and keep the gyms open because they don't do that very often. There's no rec center in Cheyenne at all. And so Beast provides an opportunity in Cheyenne for kids and adults to have a place to come and recreate that they don't have anywhere else in town to do. And so our mission is to support the entire community. And so the whole community can benefit from the activities we have going on at Beast. And from that standpoint, I think it's a worthwhile thing to donate to. Some people have said to me, we would rather donate to Beast than have a rec center built and increase our taxes to pay for that. So they would be willing to donate to Beast to keep us going because our facility is actually beautiful. And so a lot of the donors would rather donate to us than do anything else.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, John, on July 15th. I know you're going to do great things, and We're happy to have you a part of this incredible journey for the state of Wyoming. So good luck
Yeah.
to you.
Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. Have a good day.